Hey there, kings and queens. My name is Kincaid McMinn, and you're watching the Kingly Love YouTube channel. So today is International Women's Day, and I am so very excited. In case you guys haven't seen it yet, there's already a whole bunch of stuff circulating around female empowerment, lots of great positive things around feminism. There's a lot of great stuff circulating on the internet today, or the past couple of days, around Ruth Bader Ginsburg and all of the wonderful work that she has been doing for female empowerment. And so if you haven't checked that out, go ahead, check out any of that stuff. The reigning hashtag for this year is IWD 2018, for International Women's Day 2018. So go ahead and check that out. I wanted to do things a little bit differently today. This is going to be just one take, it's going to be one cut, and I really wanted to present to you guys a little bit of a different side, and do a bit more of a rant style video. And I wanted to do this to share a little bit more of my personal philosophy on life. Since this is the Kingly Love channel, I'm thinking of calling it something like The Philosopher King. And you can tell me if that's a stupid name down in the comments, but for right now, this is going to be The Philosopher King, Episode 1. So, I wanted to kind of do a bit of a follow-up post, especially for International Women's Day. I made a video a couple of days ago about strap-ons and talked about some of the fun that can be had by especially women kind of owning their sexuality in a very aggressive manner, by wearing a strap-on and kind of taking charge and doing a bit of role reversal. And that absolutely still stands. I still stand by that point, that can be a ton of fun. However, I also want to talk about the inherent power of femininity and go a little bit more into that. There is, I absolutely believe that aside from social conditioning of what is manly or what is womanly, that more importantly, a little bit deeper within, there are polarities. There's kind of an inner polarity, not necessarily a binary, but a polarity of masculine and feminine, that they are two energies, let's say, that are at work and kind of at play within us. And it's our job to balance those in the best way that we can, that allow us to work in our best. So imagine, for example, the Yin-Yang symbol. You have a light half and a dark half, a positive and a negative, the sun and the moon. And that's the masculine and the feminine are the examples of those. And within the light side, there's a little bit of dark, and within the dark, there is a little bit of light. And so you can't have one without the other. You need to have both, and they are constantly at play, they're constantly circulating, and that is absolutely true for everything, essentially. That's true for the earth. You cannot have sun or summer all year round or all day long, otherwise you would scorch the earth. You need to have the night, you need to have winter to cool things off, to give things a time to rest. And I think that's absolutely important. And there is a lot of strength, there's a lot to be said for the positive attributes of being very aggressive in today's society, especially Western society. We value the masculine energy, the creative force, the guy that can go out and start their own business, the guy that can, work out really hard in the gym. Those are all things that we look for in a positive light in Western society. But what is equally important, but not nearly as valued in Western society, is the power of the feminine. And there is incredible resilience in being softer, in being feminine, that we never really talk about. And I want to illustrate that with this kind of example. Bruce Lee put forth the example. Imagine you have two trees. You have a strong, sturdy oak, and then you have a gentle willow. If you put both of those trees through a hurricane, the strong oak is going to snap in half because it is too rigid. It will not be able to go with the flow, but the willow will get whipped around, and then when the storm is past, it will still be standing, because it has a suppleness, it has a softness to it that allows it to withstand greater stress than just the oak can by itself, with its rigidity. And I think that's so, so very important. The man who starts his own business can very easily tend to neglect his family if he doesn't allow for a bit of softness and a bit of feminine within to circulate within him. The guy who goes too hard in the gym but never takes time to recover, doesn't do yoga to stretch and relax his muscles, doesn't meditate, doesn't sleep enough, will very quickly burn out. And there is so much power in being feminine. And ladies, I want to go ahead and congratulate you because you're much better at accessing both your feminine and your masculine in equal regards than men are in being able to access their masculine as well as their feminine. Guys have a much harder time because of social conditioning, but girls are taught that it's okay to be a little masculine and to start a business and to go hard in the gym, as well as be feminine. So there is incredible power in being feminine. There is power in the pussy that we never talk about. But I want to go ahead and take a second to highlight that today, that there is so much incredible power in being feminine, that you are able to withstand so much more because there is a softness, because there is a gentleness. You are able to take a blow much better than a lot of men can. So thank you very much for taking this time to hear my rants, to hear a little bit of my personal philosophy. If you like this, go ahead and share it. Leave any comments or questions that you have down below. If you absolutely disagree with me, go ahead and let me know as well. Let's start a dialogue. In the meantime, I will talk to you all later. Happy International Women's Day, and love like royalty.